Ladbrokes, proud sponsor of the Super League on Sky Sports.
Well, don't forget, you'll be able to watch 2 more games on our website, the Sky Sports Extra channel, or on the Sky Sports for iPad app. On Friday, Hull against Huddersfield at 8 o'clock. That's going alongside Wigan Saints, of course, here on Sky Sports 1 tomorrow night. And on Sunday, we'll see Widnes and Salford, a vital match from the qualifiers, at 5 on Sunday evening. Those 2 available, as I say, on the website, on Sky Sports Extra or the Sky Sports iPad app. Fantastic service you're getting from Sky Sports across all of our platforms in these Super 8 qualifiers in the middle eights. All good stuff, and all leading to the £1 million match on the 3rd of October, and of course the grand final itself a week later at Old Trafford on the 10th. Who is going to be there at the Theatre of Dreams? Leeds, according to everyone, when they came home from Wembley with the Challenge Cup safely in the cabinet again, were there. It was going to be a procession. It has been anything but a procession in the 2 weeks that have followed, and anything but a procession in the match that we're watching here tonight. Castleford, season's over, remember, for them. They can't make the semis. They have given them a real run for their money, as predicted.
Yeah, they'll be very, very confident, Eddie, mainly due to the fact that they played a lot better than Leeds in that first half. Okay, it's all square, 16-all, but I think that the Leeds defence has been a bit ragged at times. They've been lucky to get away with that. Looks like Garbutt's come up with the ball. Bit of an error there from the Tigers.
Yes, 0 tackle, and so Lilly at dummy half gives it to Brett Delaney. And Delaney is halted by 3. When the Castle won here on the 11th of June, have won just 1 of 4 away games since. Ball is hit the deck again. Luke Dawn picks up the pieces, gives it then to Mike McMeekin. He sees a little hole and goes for it.
Yeah, not the best pass there to Cuthbertson yet again. They're trying to utilise a big fella, but I'm afraid the pass wasn't all I got. It was going forward. And that's an error that they could well do without Leeds.
Oh, it looks like there's a problem here around the throat as well.
Yeah, it's Moores.
It's Junior Moores, yeah.
Well, it's hard to see whether Ward, it looked as though the arm does go. He slips into it. Well, Ward, to me, looks as though he's got on the shoulder, so it looked different from a different angle, but I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
I can't see any foul play in that incident at all. So he must just have got into an awkward position with his neck. I think it's probably there where Garwood goes in. He just puts a bit of pressure on the head. I don't think there's any intention in that. I don't think it's what we would call a crusher tackle, but I think it has obviously had an impact.
Well, it looks like this will take some time to sort out for Junior Moores.
Well, there's a few problems as well for the Leeds skipper, Kevin Sinfield. He's having treatment in the back play. He was limping and is in considerable pain. Well, it's a tough hombre. He'll try to run it out. You know, I've been impressed with the way that Jordan Lilly has dropped into that vital position and the half-back role, Eddie, but, you know, maybe halfway through the second half, get the likes of Kevin Sinfield and Danny Maguire to jump into the dummy half position. Add a little bit of stability. I'm not saying he hasn't worked hard as a young lad, but sometimes you need a different player there.
Well, Junior Moores, as you can tell, is A-OK. We're back in play. Ooh, that's a good offload from Oliver Holmes to Paul McShane. McShane would love nothing better than to come back here to Headingley and haunt the Rhinos. Gets to his feet, plays it to Gale. Gale then finds Andy Lynch. Award for him, as I say, on Monday night. Great season he has had as the player of the year. Sinfield hobbling a bit in back play. As Castleford have reached tackle number 5 this set. And McShane anxious to get on with it. And will drive the ball into the ground and finds touch. It's a nice touch finder as well from Paul McShane, former Leeds hooker.
If Kevin Sinfield's leg doesn't improve as this kick goes deep into the corner, Castleford looking to play better territory in the start of the second half. Kevin Sinfield's leg doesn't improve in the next 60 seconds. It's unlikely in my eyes that it's going to get much better after that, really. He's had that moment or two, hasn't he, since he was involved in the last incident and saw the physiotherapist. That's a massive blow here now, and I guess the question's whizzing round inside Brian McDermott's head. If he leaves the field, who goes into his position, who adopts the role and the style of player that he's going to leave the field right now.
Yes, Kevin Sinfield is leaving the scene. Let's go down to Terry O'Connor, who's watching things on sideline for us now.
Eddie, just speaking with Ryan Sheridan and Brian McDermott, both sides have been very happy. They've talked about discipline, they've talked about mistakes in the changing room. What Ryan Sheridan's talked about, the CAS assistant coach, is they've just got to tidy up the game, settle things down. We've lost our way, but discipline is definitely the key if we want to come away with the 2 points. And Brian McDermott said, well, hey, there's no panic here. Everyone's expecting us to fall down. Everyone's talking about last year at Wembley. We're playing a very good CAS side, and we need to make sure we have our A game in the second half.
Have they got the A game without the skipper, Kevin Sinfield? Maguire is out there, of course, and he's tackled by Michael Shenton.
Well,
last tackle coming up.
He's got to take the responsibility. The one thing that Leeds have got to do, though, is stop getting irritated by the opposition. The Tigers are doing a fine job in really upsetting this Leeds outfit. They're arguing with each other, they're yelling and shouting at the official, instead of getting on with the job out there, and that's playing rugby league. They are being sucked in by the Tigers big time. Big problem, so it looks, for Kevin Sinfield.
Yeah, it has to be to force Sinfield off the field, and that is where he is in the opening 5 minutes of this second half.
Well, it is potentially Kevin Sinfield's last ever game on this home ground for the Leeds Rhinos. Should they not win this game as Matt Cook goes through the hole.
Yes, great run from Matt Cook. How's about this from a second row forward? Oh, he's evaded Hall as well. He's got the ball to Luke Gale. One of the tries of the season. Second try for Luke Gale. A try from nothing. Matt Cook went charging up the middle, brushed them off, bounced them away, and Gale saw the opportunities, was first to react, came up on his shoulder, took the pass, and scampered over underneath the sticks. Tremendous try.
I'm with you, Eddie. One of the tries of the season. We said that this Leeds defence was not red hot, and boy, they just fell apart here. And what makes it even worse is that they had the opportunity. Ablett was off balance, but Ryan Hall, he should go for the legs, but when he decided to do it, it was too late. And like every halfback, his support down the middle is outstanding. This should have been stopped. Delaney missed him, Ablett missed him, and certainly Ryan Hall. He should have gone for the legs at the first chance. And Luke Gale is having a blinder of a game. Has sent this Leeds crowd so quiet.
Well, he is a product of the Leeds Academy, is Luke Gale. He played in an Academy Grand Final against Wigan in 2005 and lost, and he won against Hull in 2006, 1-0. And it was his drop goal that won the Academy Grand Final that year. That try from him and the conversion have pushed the Tigers ahead again.
Well, Leeds have saved a lot of tries this season with a sensational speed they have in the back line. Not on this occasion. Luke Gale, an inspiration and an example to anybody whose career doesn't start and go from strength to strength, but maybe receives one or two setbacks, bounces along, but shows a determination, a resilience to recover from any obstacle that's put in his way. And he's now at the top of his form.
And that has got to be one of the Phil Clarke 5 top tries of the weekend, surely, in this opening match of the Super 8s this September weekend. Fantastic try.
Yeah, thrilling, wasn't it? That is a confirmation on Mondays. And boy, there's quite a few from this game as well that I'm sure Phil's having a look at.
Oh,
but the defence is all over.
And Luke Gale is there. Luke Gale is with him. Luke Gale gets the ball. Oh, look at that. Back to Ben Roberts. Another blinder. An absolutely blinding try from Castleford.
Can I have more than 5 this week?
You can have the Phil Clark 6, 7.
Bill, but that is outstanding. A lot of people think that Luke Gale is only a very average player. I've never thought it. And if you watch this, you will understand why. The support play, Roberts did well, but watch the inside pass. He knew they were coming. 3 Leeds players run into each other, and Roberts says this is sensational.
There is a question, Mike, over the pass that goes from Roberts to Gale, the first one here. Some people, if we get a look from a high shot, might think it went forward. The South fans were shouting for that. The referee and officials ignored it, and Ben Roberts makes sure that's 4 more.
No, that looks okay. No problem with that. But what about quick thinking here? Not only just on the inside pass from Gale, but Ben Roberts kept going. How many players do we often see make the break, and once they pass the ball, they slow down? Not on that occasion. Roberts finished it off, and this man will add the extras.
Which he does. And again, at the start of the second half, just as they did at the start of the first, 2 quick tries and a 12-point advantage.
Unbelievable stuff. Roberts started it all.
Brian McDermott said in the interview after last week that his side lacked energy with their defensive efforts. Well, the Castleford Tigers have shown them relatively early in the second half, only 8.5 minutes gone, that they've ripped through it with ease.
Yes, they've gone up the middle and they have gone through the defence like a warm knife through a block of butter. And I tell you something, if you listen carefully and you face towards the west, you can hear the cheers from Wigan. Because they have to go to St Helens tomorrow night. If it stays like this and Castleford win, it's a big if. But if it stays like this and Castleford win, Wigan can go tomorrow night to the home of the champions. If they win, they're top of the table by 2 clear points.
And it's a great incentive, isn't it?
And it's a great incentive for Saints, of course, because they don't want to finish 4th, and they can close the gap on the top 2. The top 4 is not sorted yet.
And let's not forget the Huddersfield Giants. They're in absolute sensational form. This could turn out to be one of the best semi-final efforts I think we're ever going to see.
Well, we know who, but we don't know which order.
Well, Steve, the last time that Castleford won twice here in the season, you would have got change from 40 pence when you went to buy a pint of beer. It was that long ago. Do you know what? This is, I think, something that Castleford have set themselves a personal target. To win here twice in the season means that the Tigers are now a consistent top half of the Super League side. They play with the big boys and beat them not just as once in the season, that's sometimes a fluke, but to do it twice in 1 year at the home of the Rhinos would be a sensational achievement for the work that Darryl Powell and his side have put in this year.
Phil, you got it half right. 40 pence a pint, yes, but I never buy a pint.
Even at 40 pence, you still keep your hands in your pocket, do you?
Come on.
High kick from Joel Moon, missed by Ryan Hall, picked up then by Ash Gibson. And a good job that Danny Maguire got to him quickly. McMeekin, though, and Leeds suddenly have ramped up the pressure in their defensive quality.
And they have to as well. Remember, the Tigers went to a 12-0 lead early in the game. The Rhinos fought back, but they did that when they had their skipper out there, Kevin Sinfield.
And we're going to have a word now with Terry O'Connor about Kevin Sinfield. Terry.
Yeah, Eddie, I've just been speaking to the Leeds doctor. His thigh is heavily strapped. There's ice on it. He's trying to bend it, and he looks very uncomfortable. Asked the doctor, do you think he'll be back on? He said he's not quite sure whether he'll come back onto the pitch. When you look in a player's eye and you see whether he's got that fight left in him, I don't think Kevin believes that he can get back on the pitch.
Well, it was a collision with Ryan Boyle, wasn't it? When he got that kick away, there was nothing untowards of it.
Oh, Ryan Hall nearly got through then. McMeekin did well. Sinfield with the tracksuit top on.
Surely that's a penalty. Well, it took a while for the official to realise it. And it took a few thousand Leeds fans to just jog his memory. That's obviously a penalty. Mike McMeekin come up with an error.
The kick was the problem, wasn't it? When you kick in that manner and you give Ryan Hall the ball in that chance, you're in trouble.
Kylie Luluai has come off the bench. Can he inspire another Leeds Rhinos comeback? Here's the other veteran, Jamie Peacock, and it was a bit high by Ryan Boyle. Bit round the neck of Peacock. He wouldn't have appreciated that. Here is Maguire. Maguire now to Hardaker. Hardaker to Joel Moon. Joel Moon put the brakes on, cuts back inside. There are three there waiting for him. Big test of this Castleford defence. Stevie Ward. Stevie Ward gets the ball back. Picked up by Jordan Lilly. Lilly then to Cuthbertson. Adam Cuthbertson for Leeds. It's a carbon copy of the first half. Castleford scored twice, Leeds strike back. And Cuthbertson has done exactly that for them now.
Tremendous effort. It was a wonderful run by Ryan Hall. Got the penalty. Took a while for the official James Kyle to give it. And good play by the youngster Jordan Lilly. And he's excited. He's every right to be. The ball comes back there. And Stevie Ward, and watch how the young hooker just drew the defence, and Cuthbertson is more likely to create a try, but what a famous one this could turn out to be.
He has scored tries in all three meetings now with Castleford in 2015, Adam Cuthbertson. And a change of kicker because Kevin Sinfield's off. How about this? Jordan Lilly, first start in Leeds colours for the teenager. He gets his first chance to notch points in Super League with the boot. Jordan Lilly. And his nerve holds. Breathes a sigh of relief. It was tight to the upright, but it got over.
Well, the Tigers don't seem able to prevent Leeds from scoring when they get close to their own try line. We saw it in the first half, and he has repeated it in the second. Big men crashing over from close range. I guess the message that they would have all communicated amongst themselves as they waited for the conversion from Jordan Lilly was that they have to do everything they can to stay away from their own line. The kick to Brian Hall caused a problem. An apprehensive coach looks on.
Yes, Brian McDermott. Back-to-back Grand Final wins, 2011, 2012. Now back-to-back Challenge Cup wins. Now for the treble. It's a long way off yet.
Well, it's amazing what a try can do to any side. When Castleford hit them with those two quick tries, they looked a bit down, looked forlorn, a couple of the heads were just sort of dipping. But Cuthbertson has got them back into this match. And there he is again.
Clawed down by Grant Millington. Lilly gets the ball away. Here is Kylie Luluai.
Made an impact since he came off the bench. Good choice by Brian McDermott.
High kick from Danny Maguire. Luke Dawn's under this and claims it confidently. Luke Dawn.
It's a mistake.
Brilliant catch. That's worth a point on the scoreboard to take that ball in. Really is.
Gets to his feet a little gingerly and plays the ball.
He knows how important it is just to slow things down. It was a great take.
It was a great take. Gibson. He took a bang though. Luke Dawn in catching that ball.
Well, a 6-point lead as you go towards the halfway of this second stanza. It's where the Tigers needed put the kick in, and that is smart play.
Look where it will turn over, right on his own line for Hardaker. A little slip as well, allowed them to come back and get the tackle in on him, which they did with Oliver Holmes and Luke Gale leading the way. Here is Hall spreading the ball in front of his own sticks to Briscoe. And Robert says you're not going anywhere, but he gets that ball away somehow to Lilly. They're risking their arm a bit, are the Rhinos.
They have all season in it. Those offloads, if you cast your mind back from Briscoe and Hall in this sort of style, have often been the springboard for tries later in the set.
Ball to his feet and plays it to Lilly. Here is Peacock, now Maguire. Maguire then to Briscoe, there's open ground ahead of him. Briscoe's on his way. Denny Solomona clobbers him. Good recovery from Solomona, could have given a penalty away.
He should have.
Has given a penalty away.
Yeah, it took a while again. Well, I don't know what takes James Kyle so long. I mean, he's done the tackle and then just prevents him. It's a penalty all day long. Well, at least he got back, didn't he, Solomona?
But has he only delayed the inevitable?
Now then, we haven't seen many runs from dummy half from the young Jordan Lilly. If he gets a few more yards forward, don't be surprised if he kicks everybody, throws the dummy and goes underneath.
But he's just a couple of metres away from the line here. He just turns it on, though. That's Brad Singleton, isn't it? He's held up. Held up over the line. Yes, it is Singleton. He'll go back to the 10-metre mark and the tackle count will continue.
Tackle 3. Luke!
So they've had 3 of this set. Lilly. Maguire. Maguire gets a flat pass. It's Garbutt again! They hold him up. I beg your pardon, it's Cuthbertson again. And they hold him up.
Great work by Luke Dawn. Made sure that they went for the ball. Cuthbertson was trying desperately to get it onto terra firma.
So back they come to the 10-metre mark again with Adam Cuthbertson. Lilly and Hardaker. They go wide to Joel Moon, and he is just short. That's the 5th. Here comes the last then. Lilly goes wide. Ryan Hall. They do a good job on him as well. They'll send it over right on their own line, though.
Yeah, they went for the power play, and not surprisingly, they feel pretty confident they can make sure that they can keep the Tigers at bay, but that is a difficult position to get out of. They've got to be careful now, the home side. Do not go out in front of the referee. Make sure you got the first and second markers straightened out. This is the time when you've got to use your brains. Oh! That's a knock-on, is it?
No, he shouted held. He shouted held. So Millington gets the ball back and will play it. Whoops. That's through the arms and went backwards. Good job. Wielden was there, but they've lost 3 tackles. They've only made 7 metres progress. Can they make more here? Not with tackling like that from Stevie Ward on Ben Roberts.
This is now where the kicker is under tremendous pressure. Will it go to Gale?
Well, Gale is lining up there, and it goes to Gale, and he'll give it some air downfield, but straight into the arms of Ryan Hall. Hall and Hardaker have funneled back. Hardaker takes the pass from Hall. They come down this right-hand side.
Well, that surprised me that Ryan Hall looked for the full-back. Really, he wanted to get speed up. He's got the physique to get through the defence. And I must say, this Tigers defence tonight has been outstanding, hasn't it? You know, you look at the fact that Joel Moon, Watkins, they just have not had that opportunity to make clean breaks tonight.
Lilly gives it to Luluai. Luluai goes down, tackle number 4. Progress made, though. Here comes Cuthbertson again. Singleton, down he goes on the 5th. Good tackle by Moores. Lilly and Maguire hoists the kick out to the right-hand side, looking for Tom Briscoe. Solomona got to it. Did it go backwards? I think it did. They get the benefit of the doubt.
And look who was sweeping around it. Luke Gale. What a game he's had tonight.
2 players injured in back play. Referees called timeout. Briscoe's one, Solomona's the other. Collision, is it, in the air?
Yeah, the hip has gone right into the ribs of Briscoe. What's Briscoe? Oh, not surprisingly, he called that in. He'll be winded. The big winger Solomona went up, and the hip certainly made contact. Nothing untoward, of course.
They're probably kicking, though, to the best catcher Castleford have got. I know where they were in the field made it more awkward to kick to the left side, but I reckon Ash Gibson would have been delighted when he saw Danny Maguire kick it into that corner rather than his.
Well, it's tense moments as we approach the final quarter. Who has got what left in the tank? Remember, pressure time, end of season time.
Well, it is, and Leeds sitting top of the pile, but if results go against them, they could finish, as low as 4th. If they lose tonight, Wigan win tomorrow, Huddersfield beat Hull, the Giants could go above Leeds. With a win against them next week, it's not over yet, and Huddersfield are right there in the mix. And after last weekend's performances, they do look the team in form and the team to beat at the moment.
Ooh, bit of a dodgy offload there. He took a huge gamble, didn't he, Junior Moores? Well, this will just be a drive up as per normal. Got to be a good kick downfield. I'd make sure it goes over the whitewash.
40-20 possibilities, but the ball has gone right up the middle and into the arms of Briscoe. Well, Saints Warrington next Thursday could be crucial, and depending on all the results this weekend, we will decide on which match we go to next Friday at 7:30, Sky Sports 2. Could be Huddersfield Leeds, could be Wigan Castleford.
It's amazing, isn't it, Eddie? It looked as though it was all done and dusted.
Well, the League Leaders Shield's anything but decided yet. We've still got another weekend to go.
You know, just after Wembley, it looked like Leeds were invincible.
Well, certain people tipped them to win all 3 months ago.
Yeah, I did. Still in there.
And are you sticking to your guns, or
my word? Oh!
Are you still sticking to your guns, or
maybe a little bit of doubt is coming into my mind? Well, the experienced player there, he just took his eyes off the ball.
He's annoyed with himself there, Jamie Peacock.
Yeah, nothing wrong with the pass. Just had a little look who was coming. Well, this has been a great game to watch. It's had everything. It's had wonderful tries, some great defence, a little bit of a bust-up.
You think Castleford have done really well in this second half for 21 minutes or so. The tries they've scored have been long-range efforts. They've been camped where they are here, with and without the ball, for too long a period here, almost 20 minutes. And I think if they're going to win this game, they need to get out of their own half and spend longer away from their own try line here. But maybe without Andy Lynch, I'm not seeing which one of the forwards or players is able to gain the ground to get them rolling forward.
Well, if they can lay the platform, the forwards have got to the halfway line, so if they can do that, then they can look towards the two Lukes.
And there was Luke to Luke, and here is Solomona, and they get to him on tackle number 4, but they are crucially over the halfway line as Shenton finds Luke Gale. Oh, drop of the shoulder from Gale, brushes away from a couple, fires the pass to Roberts, he spins away from Singleton, can't get away from the next 3. Last tackle coming up here for Castleford. McShane, Gale will go high, and they're after it. Hall is underneath it, Gibson's there as well, and they just allowed Hall to take it, and then Gibson and McMeekin effected the tackle.
Yeah, they did well just to hang off. It's always teasing when you know that if you touch him in the air, it's going to be a penalty. This is where composure for the Tigers has to be good, but their defence tonight is probably the best I've seen for quite some time. They'll be annoyed at the fact that they're not in the mix for this semi-final.
Yes, they will. They're coming into this match having lost 3 in a row. And Cuthbertson again takes the battle forward for the Rhinos. Down he goes though on the last. They're not up to halfway yet. They'll get into Castleford territory with the kick that's coming, or the run.
Fullback's not there.
And it's the kick from Moon. Goes high and off the outside of his boot.
He got pushed in the back.
Got pushed in the back by Ryan Hall. Ashley Gibson, he will be breathing a massive sigh of relief.
Did he ever?
Missed the first one, then push in the back. Only a little one, but that's enough.
As I say, there wasn't much force behind it. He's frustrated. Well, it looked as though it's going to be a poor kick from Joel Moon.
Come on, Luke!
Zach Hardaker, shall I start again? Zach Hardaker will be with John Wells full time after the final whistle here, Sky Sports 1. Zach's going to join John at the touchscreen.
Actually, that sounds okay, doesn't it? Zach Wells.
Okay, line, guys.
Boy, this is you can feel the tension.
Yeah, it's not over yet, and it's tension for Leeds because the season's done for Castleford. But you wouldn't believe if you came in here tonight from Mars and you said which of these two sides is going for the League Leaders Shield, you'd have to say Castleford.
Yeah, they've been impressive. And Leeds have paid the price of missing too many tackles. The amount of times that the Tigers have bust them, especially up the middle. It's leaving a lot of concern for the coach, Brian McDermott.
Everything's stuck for Luke Gale tonight.
Had a brilliant match.
Wait.
Other people saying, Steve, he should be England's number 7. Do you go along with that?
It certainly should be looked at as in regards to maybe being brought into the squad. I mean, he's been performing at the top level for several weeks.
Shenton puts boot to ball.
Oh, that was a great take. That was a wonderful take.
It was.
On the angle, Zach Hardacre was bouncing all over it.
Hall now.
Yeah, difficult to pick up. But they've had the numbers. They've had the numbers all night of the Tigers.
Ablett is brought to ground. This is Tom Briscoe.
Tigers got to be careful. Get back to the official.
He's not scored, Tom Briscoe, since Wembley. Plays the ball there to Lilly. Here is Callum Watkins. He's just gone slightly off the boil in these Super 8s as well. Callum Watkins has had a brilliant season. Maguire high again, over to that far side to Ash Gibson. Not under as much pressure this time. That was swirling all over the place. The only thing that was against him there was he was tight to the touchline, and Hall was looking to push him over, perhaps.
Well, Leeds field, and I'm sure the coach Brian McDermott feels the same way, that perhaps he's a little bit unsteady under the high kick, but Gibson's done him well tonight. And this is where Castleford would be quite happy just to trundle it forward. They are leading. They are not in a catch-up mode.
Tweet Phil at full time at Sky Sports RL. Hashtag Ask Sky RL for Phil's views on this Rhinos Tigers battle, which has 14 minutes left to go. And Luke Gale's gone for a 40-20 here. Ooh, he was so close. Hardacre did well.
But the chase is good. Look at that. 7 players.
Yeah, they've got to get to him. They do eventually, but he slips the pass to Hall. And it's opened up slightly for Hall.
Well, it's been the magic of the back three players that have saved Leeds so many times this year. It's the reason why they were at top of the table when we've gone into tonight's contest. But Castleford are working so hard to deny and contain Briscoe, Hall and Hardacre. You can see the Leeds side, they're determined here. They've still got a chance of winning the Rugby League Grand Slam. All 3 trophies available to them, and they're going to give it everything they've got here. They've got a decade of experience of winning in the big games when the pressure's on. But can it help them right now?
Well, the pressure is on here, no doubt about that. Ryan Hall is down, by the way, in back play at the moment. He's on his haunches as Watkins plays the ball to Briscoe. Briscoe then gives it to Lilly. He finds Cuthbertson. Cuthbertson gets it away. Brilliant hands from Singleton. Finds Maguire. There goes Ablett. There goes Ablett. Oh, I think he was short.
Gibson's playing on.
Gibson is playing on, and the referee says to play on. That's the 0 tackle.
He was about a foot short. Ablett tried his damnedest, but the arm wouldn't extend. Oh, what are they doing?
They're giving it to Briscoe, who's giving it to Ward. And Gale hanging on.
What on earth are the Tigers doing? Throwing out a pass like that.
Leeds suddenly on the front foot. Here is Peacock.
This is where Danny Maguire has got to come to the front.
Lilly. A big man, Singleton, is held up over the line. They'll go back to the 10-metre mark and carry on.
Well, we saw in the first half Danny Maguire make one of those very rare forays where he took the gamble, did the step and got through the gap, and that's what they'll need.
Here he is, Maguire gives it to Moon. Back it comes to Watkins somewhat untidily.
Did well to hang on to that.
They've still got 3 tackles remaining with Maguire. Out goes again to Cuthbertson. Cuthbertson thought about the offload to Lilly. It's still going, gets the offload away to Lilly. Just short.
Kid just short.
Just short again. Fighting for his feet. Gets to his feet. Cuthbertson, back it comes to Hardacre. Here is Moon. Moon then to Watkins, and Gale to the rescue.
What an effort by the halfback. It was a very poor pass that dipped down. Luke Gale was in attendance. Boy, they were under the cosh big time.
Shenton for Castleford. Can't take your eyes off this for a moment. Seconds ago, Carl Ablett nearly over in the corner.
Look at this, just a foot short. What a tackle from Luke Dawn.
Dawn, the try-saver.
Now the amazing thing is, surely Daniel Powell has sent out the message. Remember, they threw out an awful pass under pressure.
Oh, it's a knock on.
Oh, dearie me. Well, but
with the knock on.
he can't believe it. It just ricocheted out. It was a big hit from Ablett, and then Singleton came in to finish him off.
And there's hands all round the ball.
Yeah, he lost it, lost control. Now then, Castleford have no full back there. That'll Powell cannot believe it. Brian McDermott will. Maybe the kick over the top. Will they take that risk? No full back. Oh, cannot believe this.
Ryan Hall, normally one of the safest pairs of hands in the business, puts it down on the first tackle from the scrum.
What I'd like to see the face now of Daryl Powell. It was full of anguish.
And now there's
And
anguish there.
He cannot believe it. He's holding his cool. Inside, he will want to explode. That was a golden opportunity, and he knows it, Daryl Powell.
Former Leeds coach Daryl Powell. Two others, Derek Turner, who sadly passed away recently. He won the Cup with Castleford and the League with Leeds. And of course, Malcolm Reilly. He won the Cup with Castleford, and his spell at Leeds lasted barely a season, but he did pick up the old Yorkshire Cup as well.
Tell you what, there was a little just fumble there by Paul McShane. Got away with it.
Solid run from Millington. McShane, Roberts. Here comes Scott Wheeldon. I wonder, Steve-O, with less than 10 to go, 6-point lead.
Yeah,
is it time for it? Is it time for the 1 point?
It is now, and that's why they've done the crisscross.
That's Matt Cook. Now Paul McShane into Andy Lynch. Ooh, that looked forward.
This will be the time.
That looked forward.
Is it Luke Dawn?
Lynch and Dawn are both back there. Gale rather than Luke Dawn are both back there. There's a problem here though for Wheeldon.
Will it go to Gale, and then Gale will draw the defence and then pass back to Luke Dawn?
Is that a high shot from Jamie Peacock?
No, I think the tackle's fine. I don't think there's any contact with the head. I think he jars, his elbow hits the ground, which puts some pressure on the shoulder.
Oh, that's played out. This is going to be play on. Delaney has it for Leeds.
Why on earth didn't they go for the one? I know there's 10 minutes remaining, but Delaney's come up trumps, and now they've got to defend for their life. Daryl Powell surely had the experience to say, you've got Luke Dawn and Luke Gale there. Go for the one, please.
You're going to need those tablets again for your blood pressure. You're getting overexcited. Stay calm.
I don't think he's very calm, Daryl Powell, at the moment. Watkins. Oh, something happened off the ball then. Cuthbertson was taken off the ball. Well, every time they give away a penalty, they put themselves under pressure, Castleford.
Yeah, I mean, that was silly play. You just don't do that.
Scott Wheeldon, I think, gave the penalty away. Maybe he was frustrated with what he thought was a high tackle. Now they have to defend. The defence has been good for the last 10 minutes. It's going to need to be for another 10.
Well, even though if Leeds score and they convert, Brian McDermott will not be happy with just 1 point in the league table. They're desperate for 2.
Well, here is Hardacre. They need the try converted, first of all, to even think about a draw. Never mind the win. Ablett shrugs them off, gives it to Hall at the play the ball. Now it's Hardacre to Delaney. Delaney, he's lost the ball forward. Oh, that's a voluntary, could have been a voluntary tackle. He got up quickly, did Oliver Holmes, he knew it.
Well, again, bad handling by the Rhinos has let Castleford off the hook.
Well, that's an indication of how nervous the Tigers are here. He's almost desperate for the hooter to sound, isn't he? And he's got over 7 minutes to go. Going to have to really show some composure here now. Luke Gale and Andy Lynch, Michael Shenton, knowing what to do here now in this situation.
Well, he's got all the experience, Michael Shenton.
Well, they don't need to offload. Oh, was that a knock-on?
No, the referee had a good view of it. He said play on immediately. Milner will play it.
It looked as though Milner had done it.
Roberts. Oh, back it comes somehow. Oh, 0 on the tackle count for Castleford. That came off the Leeds hand. Now then.
Just drive the forwards towards the sticks.
Milner does that.
Another drive.
Well, they've got bags of time.
You don't have to wait until the last.
And here is Lynch. Lynch takes it forward. They're now 12 metres away from the line.
Another drive and I'd go for it. They're going now.
Roberts! And they say he's kicked it behind the sticks, and James Child agrees. And Roberts, whose last second drop goal beat Saints, might have picked up the 1 point that beats Leeds.
That's brilliant, isn't it, here now? The way that they've controlled themselves here. They were nervous at one end of the field. They've managed to get to the other, and they went with Ben Roberts. He's just about got it inside the right upright. And look at the Castleford supporters behind the post. Not often have they travelled here and had much success. 10-15 years ago, they'd lose by 50 or 60 points on visits to Headingley. Not tonight. It looks as though they could be the winners again.
Oh, Matt Cook with another solid run.
Well, you've got to admire the coach, Darryl Powell, because he would have been furious at the fact when they lost control of the ball when they should have been in the previous set, gone for the 1 point. They didn't even wait until the last. They went on the third.
That's Wielden.
Come on.
And here now is Luke Gale, the engineer-in-chief. Ball back on the inside to Lynch, and down he goes. This is the last tackle.
I'd go for another.
There's no real need to, but this is Roberts. Roberts gets the ball away to Oliver Holmes. Shenton stabs the ball in, play that. They're going to get 6 to go here. No, they're not. Leeds have got it.
Yeah, it looks like Watkins has come up with it.
Well, they've got to go from one end of the field to the other. Leeds Rhinos, they've got Briscoe as a man who can do that.
Luke Dawn's doing the right thing. He's dropping back.
Oh, and it was nearly a missed tackle by McMeekin.
Go.
Would have been better served, I feel. Michael Shenton making sure to get it.
Garbett offloads to Lilly. Lilly gives it to Ablett. Ablett, as he falls, flicks the pass away and gives it to Singleton.
A great tackle from Michael McMeekin there. He forced Carl Ablett back in the possession as well. He's done well, hasn't he? Playing out wide in the centre. He's faced Joel Moon. He's had some challenges here today. He's developing and improving at a rapid rate of knots.
Delaney goes down. We're in the last 5 minutes. Castleford have a 7-point lead. This is Maguire to Peacock, takes the return. Maguire nowhere to go. Sinfield, of course, off the field for much of this second half. The skipper, they're doing it without him. Leeds. And Hardaker over the top, a little chip through. Milner's after this. Milner tidies up.
As every good hooker realises, you get back into that sweeping position. It's such an important position as well.
Ash Gibson gets away from one, gets away from two, can't get away from Kylie Luluwai.
Control, Tigers, that should be going through their brains. And with the likes of Luke Gale out there, that is what they'll do.
And for as much as Leeds will want to play down this Wembley business, what will be going through the minds of their supporters and everyone in the game tonight, if Leeds lose this for the third game in a row after Wembley, is will 2014 come back to haunt them in 2015? They'll try and play it down at Headingley, I've got no doubt about that. Roberts' kick is easy for Hardaker. It's not over yet, but Leeds have got to score this set of 6, you feel, from one end of the field to the other. Long pass into the middle to Briscoe. And Briscoe is surrounded by tangerine jerseys.
It's been heroic from this Castleford outfit in regards to defence. They've scored some wonderful tries as well.
And they have the insurance at the moment of that 1 point Ben Roberts drop goal.
Well, Callum Watkins hasn't been able to get his hands on the ball much in this second half. He's created and scored some wonderful tries for Leeds this year. They need one from him right now.
Yes, they do. Peacock takes it to halfway, gets the offload away. Here goes Joel Moon. Joel Moon then gives it to Maguire, and he is grounded by Millington. Desperate tackle by Millington.
Was it ever?
Lilly to Hardaker. Hardaker up and over the top. Who's there? Luke Dawn is under pressure from Ablett.
Yeah, great positioning by the fullback. Dawn knew exactly what was happening. They knew they wouldn't be getting a kick into the corner. It would have been a rip over the top. What a great night for the two Lukes. Luke Dawn, Luke Gale, they've been outstanding.
Gibson's away now.
And that's an important run by the winger.
1976-77, almost 40 years ago, when Castleford last won at Headingley twice in a season. They are exactly 2 minutes away from rewriting history here, as Solomona at dummy half finds Scott Wielden, who slips, and Peacock just goes in for good measure and finishes him off on the deck.
Well, Luke Gale must have a huge grin there, and Roberts just pumps it in over the line.
Great kick from Ben Roberts.
Yeah, you're thinking, it's great to see a team combining where they know they can control the game.
A minute and a half. They need to score 8 points to win it, Leeds. I think they're not going to do it.
Impossible.
Time off.
They are delighted, the Castleford supporters who are here.
Well, everyone has a different opinion on the coach of the year. Some people think it should be from one team or another. For me, Darryl Powell would win my vote if I cast it right now, because what he's done to rebuild the Tigers after being stripped of the best players at the end of last season, and to get them back up to 5th, boy, they must be regretting round 1 when they lost the Wakefield Wildcats. You know, those extra 2 points, I know every side looks back at games, but to lose having led by 16 points against the Wildcats at home, it was a bad start to the season, but it looks as though they're going to finish it on a really positive note.
Yeah, he had a lot of rebuilding to do, Darryl Powell, didn't he?
Well, he's shown that he's a damn fine coach.
And his recruitment policy has proved to have been correct when you think about it. You know, it's taken them a while. It took them a while to settle in. The likes of Ben Roberts and company.
Wait!
They're coming strongly at the end of the season, and sadly, as Phil has rightly says, it doesn't matter now.
And a lot of people are saying that perhaps they'd struggle to avoid relegation.
Watkins slips the pass. It's Lilly. Lilly tend to Maguire. Into the last minute, Maguire tries to dab it through, and Dawn picks up the pieces. Garbutt's after him, puts him on the deck.
Play the ball! Play the ball!
Garbutt and McMeekin, don't think you want to push and shove there. They just have to play out this set of 6. Castleford, nothing silly, but it doesn't matter now. They can't score 8 points in 30 seconds. They won't now. Here's a penalty.
It's all over. And wasn't it fascinating to see Luke Gale running, push the man out of dummy half, saying, I'm going to take control here. He's got the ball in hand. Once the penalty's been given,
come on.
It's all over.
What, the season for Leeds?
I don't say that. The game.
20 seconds, 12 seconds, 10 and counting to an historic Castleford win. And a huge question mark hangs over Headingley. There we go, that's the final siren. Delight for the coach and the players who have run their blood to water tonight. They scored 2 quick tries at the start of the match. They scored 2 quick tries at the start of the second half. And Brian McDermott, well, he knows they've come home from Wembley and they've lost 3 in a row. And surely 2014 isn't repeating itself. Wigan have got the chance tomorrow night, if they can win at the Champions, to overhaul them at the top of the table. 29 points to Castleford, 22 to Leeds. The first time in almost 40 years that Castleford have come to this ground and won twice in the same season. An unbelievable end to the Castleford Tigers season, considering that they had lost 3 in a row coming into this match. Incredible. But that's what the Super 8 is all about. That's what the First Utility Super League is all about. And it's going all the way down to the wire, this race for the League Leaders' Shield. The man of the match in association with Prostate Cancer UK is that man, Luke Gale with Terry.
Congratulations on that man of the match performance. It looked a very tough game, that, didn't it, Luke?
Yeah, real tough game. It always is when you come to Headingley, but we fancied the chances tonight. Spoke about a real big defensive effort this week, and I thought we did that.
Tell me about the belief in this group, because everyone was writing you off at the beginning of the year. You lost 9 players, you brought players in, and look where you are now. Yeah,
like you say, we had a massive turnaround, and it took us a while to click, but as you saw through the season, we got better and better. Just missed out on that 4th spot, but we've got a good thing going down here at Cast. We've got a young squad and we'll get better as the time goes on.
And we've got to talk about your form as well. There's a lot of people talking about Steve-O's been talking this evening about call up for England. What's your thoughts on that?
That's up to Steve Mack, innit? I mean, my job's easy in this team, as you've seen tonight. These forwards are immense, and I've got people like Michael Shenton and Dennis Solomon outside me. My job's easy.
Well, you talk about the forwards that played well. I want to talk about Andy Lynch. What's his form been like this year?
He's a machine, isn't he? The older he gets, cheers, Shen. The older he gets, the better he gets. His first one in gym in the morning, last one out, he's just a machine.
Brilliant. Congratulations on man of match performance. Jamie, it's always tough to come and speak after a difficult defeat like that. Can you just sum up what was going through your thoughts when you come back from Catalan preparing to play Cass?
Yeah, we were just looking to perform well. I thought we played better than we did in Catalans, but Castleford deserved to win. I thought Luke Gale was outstanding there, and we just weren't good enough. We were a step up in our performance from what we put out in France, but ultimately, yeah, they were better tonight.
Obviously, you're a proud bunch of players, and you've had 3 losses now since the Challenge Cup final, haven't you? Like, can you put this right for next week? Because you've opened the door, haven't you, for Wigan?
Yeah, we have. Yeah, look, we've no one to blame but ourselves, and we're going to look to try and improve our performance again against Huddersfield. We're going to have to do. They're a difficult side. And we've improved since the Catalans game. That was a better performance, and we can step up again then. And then who knows what we can do in the playoff. We've been able to play well in playoffs before, and I suppose everyone forgot we were beating Catalans last year until the last 10 seconds, and then we lost. So we managed to raise to get our game then, and I'm sure we will do over these next 2.
Thanks for your time, Jamie. And we've got Daryl Powell here. Come on, you must be smiling there, mustn't you? There's a few more greys as well in that hearse there. What about that bunch of players to come here and get that performance?
Oh yeah, awesome, to be honest. I don't think we've dropped off too much. The boys have been superb all the way through. Training attitude's been great. We spoke about stepping up a bit defensively, and I thought we really had a dig at that tonight. I thought we were superb, and we dealt with a lot of the threats that Leeds are renowned for very well.
What about you? What have you been concentrating on this week? Because the last 3 games, you've lost the games, you've scored enough points to win. Has it been defence?
Oh yeah, we spoke about it a lot, about flipping it really, and making these last 2 games really about next season, not about what's gone. We can't get in the 4, but we can play with pride and determination, and we can do justice to the great supporters that we've got in. I think the boys have been absolutely outstanding tonight.
I talked to Luke Gale before about what you've gone through as a team. You lost 9 players at the beginning of the season. The players have done a fantastic job this year. Same with you and the rest of the coaching staff. Did you think that you'd ever be there? You haven't made the playoffs, but surely you must be proud of your efforts this year.
Oh yeah, we're disappointed because we've got high standards and we want to be in that top 4 part of the league on a consistent basis. We were there last year, a little bit short this, but I can't ask for any more on what the boys have delivered today. You know, it's been a tough year. We've had some real battles to go through, but you know, the courage and character there was superb, and I thought we played some real smart rugby league tonight.
Can I just say, Daryl, congratulations on this year, but also you haven't half-aged since you've been coaching.
Yeah, it happens, mate, it happens.
Well, he's always got a smile on his face, Daryl Powell, and he's getting a great reception from those Castleford Tigers supporters now behind the posts. They think of much of him as they do of the players. Tremendous win for the Castleford Tigers. Coming up after the break, of course, we have John Wells at the touchscreen. He will be joined by Zach Hardacre. Zach Hardacre, a real professional, and this is what his fellow professionals think about him.
This moment in time, I'd say Zach Hardacre, because he's elusive running and the way he returns the ball and catches on the full. It's hard to kick the ball away from him and stop his kick returns.
Zach Hardacre's on form at the minute. He's a tricky opponent and seems to score from anywhere.
Zach Hardacre, he'd probably catch me in about 5 metres.
My man of steel is Zach Hardacre. I think Leeds have used him a lot this year, and he's been probably their consistent player, and he can make a break from anywhere on the field.
He's been unreal at back at Leeds, and they've been playing outstanding, and he's brought a lot to the game.
He's been the most consistent, shows up in big games.
I just think we've seen last week and the few times when he's missed out, what a difference he's made to that little team when he's been sat in the stands.
Ladbrokes, proud sponsor of the Super League on Sky Sports.
Beautiful football! Look at this football! Oh my, what football! This is amazing! White hair raising! And jaw dropping! Big eye popping! It's unbelievable! It's incomparable! Pretty incredible! Pretty beautiful! Pretty beautiful! Amazing!
EA Sports. It's in the game.
Play it first on Xbox One with EA Access.
It's time for a change. A new plan needs a new boss. It's time for something more surprising, more British, more Jaguar.
We've already created a beast. Now it's time for a new animal with the same potent DNA, but even more ruthlessly efficient.
Unleash the cats.
go forth and rule the roads.
The story of England's greatest rugby triumph. Johnny Wilkinson, Martin Johnson and Sir Clive Woodward. Building Jerusalem. Available on DVD and Blu-ray now.
Big night, eh?
Big day. See, the boss is going to dump a mountain of work on my desk, expected sorted within an hour, before I race to a meeting, do a massive presentation, rush back to work, plough through the sales reports, covering for Jonesy as usual, then dinner with the in-laws.
Big days start with Barocca.
At Oak Furnitureland, we have solid oak sideboards starting from only £6 a month with no deposit to pay. That's another solid deal from Oak Furnitureland.
If there's no home for nature, there will be no nature. If you build it, they will come. For your free guide to give nature a home where you live, text HOME to 80010. RSPB, giving nature a home.
An incredible new you starts with Nicorette Quick Mist. It tackles your cravings fast, making you 150% more likely to quit for good. Nicorette, do something incredible.
Zippo, a style icon for over 80 years. Build your own unique collection. Get issue 1 now for just $4.99. The Agostini.
Everest is the most dangerous place on Earth.
I've reported on many of Britain's most infamous criminal cases. All have left their mark, but some remain in the headlines for months or even years. These are the stories that have changed our behaviour, transformed our laws, and left the nation stunned. Join me, Dermot Murnaghan, for the new series, Crimes That Shook Britain. Starts Sunday at 9, only on CI.
Biorent Avengers Age of Ultron in Sky Store now.
Ladbrokes, proud sponsor of the Super League on Sky Sports.
Well, here's how it ended at Headingley Carnegie Stadium. It was 16 points apiece at half-time. Of course, the Castleford Tigers got off to that great start, 12-0, but the Leeds Rhinos hold them back. Coming into the second half, well, it was all Castleford Tigers and the Leeds Rhinos just about clinging on. Luke Gale, the first score after a brilliant Matt Cook break. Gale doing what he's done all season, backing up, scoring underneath the post. That converted 22-16. And then Roberts and Gale, just have a look at this pass as Gale was about to get hit. Roberts goes over, that converted as well, 28-16. Cuthbertson hit back with the Leeds Rhinos, 28-22, before a late Ben Roberts drop goal, 29-22 in the end. Wasn't quite the Ben Roberts and Luke Gale show, but they certainly ran it for the Castleford Tigers. The Leeds Rhinos, they got plenty of questions to ask of themselves. Performances have not been good in those 3 consecutive defeats. We can get the tail of the tape from John Wells now. John Wells, if you were Brian McDermott, if you were the Leeds Rhinos, if you were the sizable Leeds Rhinos support that was in the stadium here tonight, would you be concerned for their hopes this season?
Well, yes, in a word, I would be concerned, Brian. The one thing I would say is that I think you give the credit, and you have to give the credit, to the team performance from the Castleford Tigers and the individual performance once again from Luke Gale, ably assisted by Ben Roberts and Luke Dawn from fullback. I thought all 3 had an outstanding game, and when the spine of your team, you always talk about the 1, 6, 7 and 9. I think 1, 6 and 7 have performed out their skins this evening, and they thoroughly deserve the victory. It is an historic moment for the Tigers, and I think the credit should fall where credit's due. It must be worth saying, Brian, before we get going, obviously Leeds have lost 3 in a row now. There's been some immediate reaction from that Leeds dressing room. The dressing room door is closed. We haven't got Zach Hardacre with us at the moment. We're hoping when the debrief has gone on, and we understand that may take a little longer than it was at first thought. We're hoping he's going to be here, but you understand that because of the circumstances have changed now for the Leeds Rhinos, this has got an awful lot more serious for them over the course of the last 80 minutes, having gone from losing 2 after Wembley to 3 in a row. That's now a big issue for them, so we understand how they're taking their time and debriefing that team properly. In the meantime, let's look back then on I think some moments in that second half where Castleford really turned the game to their advantage. The first one was Ben Roberts and the try on the 47th minute. That took the score out from 16-22 to 16-28. And it wasn't quite the game breaker, but I think it's worth having a look at some superb individual skill. First of all, from Ben Roberts in taking on that defensive line, stamps down on that right foot, skips across the tackle of Mitch Garber, and then he's into the clear. I like this bit, and I may ask Zach if we get the chance to talk to him later. The ability to position a fullback and commit a fullback is a rare skill indeed. And you have a look at how far Ben Roberts goes towards Zach Hardacre and really commits him and makes him make a decision that he can't make, really tries to do his best and put himself between the two players, and that's special. That's really special. That's a sign of a man playing at the top of his game, playing with real, genuine confidence. Leeds, though, they scored through Cuthbertson, and I think it took until the 66th minute before Castleford could really start to think they could go on and win this. And the man who we are talking about here is Luke Dawn. This is definitely something I'm going to be asking Zach about if we get to talk to him later, because I think this is a top draw try-saving tackle on Carl Ablett, and it needed some really big contact as well from that. And then you go, of course, to the official game breaker, I suppose. It puts 7 points between the two teams. The drop goal from Ben Roberts, and that really made that count, didn't it? 2 superb victories from the Tigers. Brian, back to you for the meantime.
Okay, John, thanks very much. We see that Zach